there, good evening. This is Shanti here. This is going to be my final video on prevention of sexual harassment in higher education institutions. And today I'm going to be talking about a very common myth that haunts organizations, higher education institutions, is that a lot of times when a sexual harassment complaint comes in, they fear involving an internal committee or its members, or they fear getting into the details of setting up a committee or doing things that can actually help them handle the complaint better. They move away from it, fearing that details of the complaint can actually go outside the institutions, and in the process, they land themselves in a lot of trouble. And I'll tell you why this myth is invalid. Why is this thought invalid? That is because a trained and skilled internal committee knows this really well, that they are bound by confidentiality terms, which essentially means that if they do not maintain the confidentiality of the complaint and confidentiality of the respondent and complainant, that they don't do what they need to do while they're handling the complaint, they know this really well, that they are bound to get removed or there can be penalty pinned against them. They know this really well, which is why they have to ensure that while they are tactfully handling the complaint, they are also maintaining confidentiality. In fact, not having the knowledge of how to balance confidentiality along with handling the complaint in a specific period of time, which is actually stated by the law, there is a possibility organizations actually land themselves in more trouble than they think they can. That is because they would not know how to handle the complaint and maintain confidentiality at the same time. That requires skilling, that requires training, that requires information. Not having this knowledge can land themselves into trouble.